Hey everybody, this is Rhett coming to you live today because it's time that we have an important discussion again. I've taken with you on my journey to find out what the best sauce is. We went to Whataburger, we went to Chick-fil-A, we went to Cane's to try to find what the best sauce is. Well, today, taking you on another adventure. Today, we're going to find out what the best burger is. I'm going to be going to 3 locations to test out, to kind of put to the test and find out what the best burger is. Now, we're going to take the whole package into consideration, so I'm really excited for today's adventure. So as I'm getting ready to pull up to my first stop, I want to tell you the 3 things that I'm going to take into consideration. I'm going to take, obviously, taste. I think taste is a big one. I'm going to be taking time from the time I pull into the parking lot, not till when I receive my food, but till I get to pull out of the parking lot. And then I'm going to be taking into cost. I'm only ordering a burger from each of these places. Only a burger, no fries, no drink, nothing else is being compared. I'm just gonna get a burger and we're gonna go by taste, cost, and time. Stop number 1. Stop number 1 is In-N-Out Burger. Thinking about In-N-Out, it's a very popular restaurant in a lot of places. It's a pretty controversial pick for Texas, but I think it deserves a spot to try to fight for this title. I think that this is something that can be important. The next stop is kind of the counterpart, if you will, to In-N-Out Burger, and we're stopping at the beloved Texas, crossing the line right here, Whataburger. All right, everybody. Crossing the threshold now. I'm at one of the biggest restaurants, if not the biggest restaurant chain in the world. I am pulling in to McDonald's. So I've made my 3 stops. Now it's time to go do the taste test.
Hey crew, here's what we got going on over here. I went to each of these 3 locations, Whataburger, In-N-Out, and McDonald's. I ordered a cheeseburger. Whatever direction they took it, I let them go. My only request is that they didn't put tomatoes on it. And so they went in each of their different directions after I ordered a cheeseburger. Let's show the chart of how much each thing's cost. As you guessed, Whataburger was the most expensive, McDonald's the cheapest, In-N-Out in the middle. Here's a chart that shows exactly how much time I spent in each drive-thru. As you can see, In-N-Out took far too long, and like you'd expect, McDonald's was that quick. All those things are good, but those don't quite equal what the actual taste test says. So I'm gonna pull each of these out and we're gonna get into it. So initial impressions is, Whataburger's is by far the biggest, wide. Then you've got In-N-Out, that's the tallest. Then McDonald's is the smallest. So here's how I'm gonna decipher the taste test. Each sandwich is going to get 2 bites, 1 around the edge and 1 in the middle. First, time for the inside bites. Man, actually three very distinct tastes that come out of each. So now I'm gonna do an edge. So when it comes to taste test, I think the least tastiest was the In-N-Out burger. They have their sauce in there, which is good, but there almost tends to be something more bland in it. Now, the best one was the Whataburger. There are lots of flavors that kind of popped out that almost gave me comfort to know that they were there. It was something that just reminded me of just growing up. So a little bit of my Texas bias is showing, but I'm pushing that away to think constructively that this was a better cheeseburger. And then surprisingly enough, while this was the cheapest and this was the quickest, you kind of would think that the quality would suffer. No, I think this cheeseburger was really good. It's just kind of small and there's not a lot going on. So now it's time to look at the whole picture and see what comes out on top. So here are your final results for the taste test. You had each establishment excel in something different. Each of them were unique and each of them were good in their own way. But now I want to tell you who my winner for the best burger that has a drive-through within 10 minutes of my house goes to Whataburger. Whataburger was a great showing, and I'm proud for it to be our winner. On any given day, my answer probably would have changed. If I was looking for something that was just quick and cheap, I'm probably just going straight to McDonald's. I grew up eating McDonald's and Whataburger, so if I want something that's a little bit different than what I was raised on, I may slide through In-N-Out. And man, if I'm really hungry, the portions are a lot bigger at Whataburger, I may just go to Whataburger. On any given day, it could have changed. And what's funny is, just because I declare that this is the best burger, does that mean that it's your best burger? You see, you could not live in the same square that I do, where in 10 minutes you have different options. You could have grown up on In-N-Out, and that's the thing that reminds you of being young. That's the thing that reminds you of being a kid. You could have gone and gotten Happy Meals every day for lunch and been tired of it, and that one would have made your top 3. You have a voice and I have a voice. See, we're both trying to do the same thing. We're both trying to find out what the best burger is. But our answers are different. We may think different than each other. We may have different ideas. A lot of time we run into people we disagree with. We see people on the internet who post something that we don't like. We see people who are saying this to all their group of friends and we disagree with it. And we start to accumulate the ideas about that person that we don't like them. We start to say that person's not knowledgeable. We start to say that person is incorrect, is just plain wrong. But don't you think they're trying to do the same thing you're doing? To get to the best solution? Yes, their path may look different. Yes, the end goal may even be different. But what they're thinking is trying to become the best, is trying to become the solution that's better for people. We have to start looking at people through the lens that not everyone we run into is evil. Not everyone who disagrees with our ideas is evil and wrong. Instead, we have to let them have their voice. And we have to respect and we have to love them for that. Starting in Luke chapter 6. Do to others as you would have them do to you. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who are good to you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners do that. And if you lend to those whom you would expect repayment, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners, expecting to be repaid in full. But love your enemies, do good to them, and lend to them without expecting to get anything back. You see Jesus saying, it doesn't matter if they're different than you. Go out of your way to love them. Go out of your way to respect them. Go out of your way to lend to them. It's our job, it's our duty as Christians to spread love. Because we are made in the image of the Most High. We are made in the image of the one who made the cosmos and the universe. I pray that we can take a little bit of that love and share that with people who we disagree with. I hope to see you real soon. But until then, so long.